Hello everyone. This is Eddie or Danielle from L Winchester at Tumblr or Kaz019 on YouTube. I'm here today to give you guys a little bit of a crash course on Photoshop. I use Photoshop CS5, but what I'm showing you is pretty compatible for all Photoshops. I work as an IT specialist at my university, so I get a lot of questions about how to use certain programs, and particularly Photoshop and Illustrator. But Photoshop seems to be the one that people on the internet want to know how to use the most. So here's my little crash course. First, we're going to start by opening a new document. So as just File, New. We have here different kinds of presets or custom canvas size, but right now we're just going to choose a regular web size, so not something very huge. We can change the pixels clicking on the size for the presets, so a lot of these are like monitor sizes and everything like that. We can also customize them with the width and the height right here. Of course, resolution, the higher the better, but we're not going to concern ourselves too much, and I'm going to keep mine just RGB color because we're just going to fool around a little bit here. So here's the new document. So I'm on my tablet right now. I don't know if that's really pertinent information for you at all, but a little extra info for you guys. First, I'm going to talk about layers a little bit. I find layers to be very important when you're creating graphics, when you're doing painting, anything you want. So this is a layer screen. It'll also look like this. If you can't find it yourself, this lovely window tool right at the top can show you. So if you click, layers, it'll show up. And this button down here is the new layer tool. So you can click as many layers as you want. Layers infinite, of course. To merge them, like say you have something on layer 1 and also on layer 5, but you want them on the same layer. As you can see, they are not on the same layer. All you have to do is click the layer that you want, hold down Control or hold down Shift if you want to click more than one, and right click on there, and you can see right at the very bottom is Flatten Image, Merge Visible, or Merge Layers, and I'm going to click Merge Layers, and of course now you can see that I'm now on the same layer. Interesting. I want to delete these, so I'm going to use the same click and shift, select them all, and delete them. Now I have no layers, but no fear, I can create new layers for myself and start over. So I'm on layer number 1 right here, and I'm using the paintbrush tool. If you hold down on the paintbrush tool in the little toolbar right here, you can see that there's a few different kinds of tools. I'm only going to be talking about the first two, the brush tool and the pencil tool. The brush tool first. If you right click once you exit out of there and you click on the little canvas, you can see different types of brushes and brush presets. These two right here that I'm selecting are the most important ones for painting or for doing anything if you have a tablet. So I'll show you why. If you click anywhere on the screen, you can change the thickness and everything like that by pen pressure, which is exclusive to those two. As you can see, it doesn't do anything for the other ones. Yeah, so kind of something interesting. I really encourage to try and look at the different paint tools. Maybe you'll find something you like. I said I use Photoshop a lot for my painting because they have a great selection of paint tools right here. This one's my favorite actually. Mix paint brush strokes. Well, they all do, but this one's my favorite. I don't know why. I just really like it. So yeah, just really experiment. I really encourage experimentation and everything like that, you know, because it's really the best way to learn, you know, trial and error, that kind of thing. Yeah, and the farther down you go, the more interesting you kind of get. Like, there's one for stars, there's grass, you know, that kind of thing. In a later video, I might go into depth with the brushes, but for right now, that's all you really need to know about that. So I'm going to delete this layer like that, and of course the background layer is unaffected because it was all on the one layer. So now I'm going to left click on this tool again right here, and I'm going to hold down and click the pencil tool. The pencil tool is set up very much like the brush tool, but if you are familiar with the paint program or the Mac's alternative to the paint program, I'm not actually sure what it is. As you can see, I'm using Windows. This one is pretty interesting to use. It works the same as the brush, but you can see distinctly pixels, whereas the other one is more smooth, and it's really just a matter of preference if you like it or not. When we get into you know, the paint buckets or the gradients, you can kind of see where it can be beneficial or where it's not. I won't be covering that in this video. This is just the basic tools, that kind of thing. So I'm going to exit out of here and make a new layer again. So we're still starting from scratch. I'll talk about the colors a little bit down here. These are of course the colors. You can see I'm painting in black. The little arrow, of course, on the side, if you click it, you can alternate between the two. So right now I'll be painting in white, black, you know, very straightforward. If you click actually on the color though, you'll get a screen that looks a lot like this, or exactly like this. It is your color picker, so you can, you know, choose any color in the rainbow, any color in the spectrum. It's very useful. I actually prefer this screen right here, so if you click on the S, it just shows the colors in a different way. I don't know why I prefer it, it's just a matter of preference, I guess, to each their own. So say I like this green right here, you can see the green right here as well, and now it'll paint with it. Ooh, little swirls. Very interesting, I know. And of course I can still use the white. When I click on there, you can see that I'm painting in white, not to be confused with the eraser tool, because see, if I show you like this, these checkers mean transparency actually. It's not just an actual checker pattern, but yeah, it's transparent, so you can see that it is actually white, and I'm not actually erasing it. But if I want to go back to black and white like this, all I have to do is click on this little toggle right here, and it'll go back to black and white. So it kind of resets. So the eraser tool, like I said, I'm not actually erasing anything, white is still there. So the eraser tool is this one right here, it's a couple down. If you hold on it again, there's the magic eraser, background eraser, everything like that. But again, this is a very basic tutorial, so we're going to just use the regular eraser tool. As you can see, it is set up very much like the paintbrush tool itself. So again, these two brushes will be the ones that you want to use if you have a tablet. And all it does is it really erases. Revolutionary, I know. You can change the size of the eraser, big, small, anything like that. But what I actually find most interesting is, like I said, it is set up very much like the paintbrush tool, so you can actually select the different tools that you could use as a paintbrush as an eraser, if that makes any sense. I'll actually show you how it's done. So I've selected my favorite little paintbrush tool right here, and I'm just going to swoop across, and you can see that, you know, it actually looks kind of like I'm painting on it, even though I'm erasing. So you can see through here when I deselect it, that it's not white, it's actually invisible. So there's that. The last thing I'm going to be talking about is actually the text tool. You can find it in this quadrant right here. It's just a little T saying, you know, text. I can press anywhere on the screen. What is actually most interesting is that you don't actually need to make a new layer for it. So say I just want to delete this. It'll make a new layer for itself, like that. You don't actually have to delete any layers. If you want to make a new layer and put text on there, it'll work the same. But it's just something interesting that I'll actually touch on a little bit while I'm showing you how to use it. So say I'm just going to type anything off the top of my head. Oh look, obviously I'm very conceited. No, I'm very modest. Who am I kidding? I'm using the move tool right here. Actually, it was second nature to click on that right away. So I can just move the text around. I can actually move anything around with it. So say on a new layer, and just make a big circle, and I can move it using that tool. It's pretty useful. So anyway, back to our text. We can change the font, do anything like that. We can change the color of it. I'll change the font first using this up here, this little toolbar. It's very much like a word processor, that kind of thing. You can choose any font that you'd like, that your computer has already. So say I like that one or something, I don't know. I can change the color the same way I would change the color of my paintbrush. So say I like the purple. There you go. Oh, that's just lovely. If I want to change the font size, of course it's the same thing. Up here, make this big. Ta-da! That's all you really need to know. If you hold the control key, actually, you can change it a little bit like that. Switch it around, make it larger, make it bigger, make it larger, make it smaller, I should say. Turn it upside down if you want. I don't know. Something interesting. So I just reset it real quick. Because I want to show you one more thing before I exit the text altogether. As you can see, you can't actually paint anything over top of it using the brush tool or the eraser tool. As you can see, you get this little block sign. You can hit it if you want, but this little thing will show up saying, you know, it needs to be raster size, which you can do by clicking OK there. But if you want to save that step, I suppose, all you have to do is right-click on this on the text right there, and you'll have this toolbar that kind of pops out, and rasterize type is in the middle, about right here. All you have to do is click on that, and now it's a layer that you can edit any which way that you like. So as you can see, it's on the same layer. So if I want to erase it for no reason, amazing, because I'm not amazing, I'm amazing. You can do that, or for whatever reason, I don't know. It's your Photoshop adventure, not mine. So there's that. You can delete that. So that's really all I have to show for you today. If you have any questions that you specifically want me to explain or go into more detail, you know, I'm always welcome to comments, questions, anything like that. I'd love to help you. Anyway, to bring this to a close before I talk myself into a corner or something. That's me in a corner. Obviously, I'm an artist.